This is Season 2 of From Series. If you haven't watched Season 1 yet, no problem. I've already put the link in the description, so go check that out first, because things are about to get even crazier here. Alright, now Season 2 starts. Season 2 starts exactly where Season 1 ended. A new bus enters the mysterious village, bringing more people into the nightmare. Donna and the others try warning the newcomers about the village and the ghosts, but just like everyone before, nobody believes them at first. Meanwhile, underground, Tabitha and Victor realize they are inside a huge cave system where many ghosts are sleeping during the daytime. Victor gets terrified seeing them and quietly sits down in fear, while Tabitha is shocked because the cave has many different tunnels and paths. Tabitha notices water flowing through one side of the cave, so both of them follow it and finally manage to escape outside safely. But Jim has no idea they survived. He's desperately trying to rescue Tabitha from the basement hole with help from some of the new bus passengers. While trying to pull things out from the hole, the entire house suddenly collapses like a stack of cards, trapping Jim and others under the debris. Outside, everyone rushes to help, but it's already getting close to nightfall. Jim realizes they can't rescue them in time and tells everyone to leave before the ghosts come. At the same time, Christy, the village doctor, suddenly hugs one of the new arrivals from the bus, a girl named Sinclair, who is actually her fiancé from outside the village. The bus driver quickly tells everyone to get back on the bus and leave the place, but Donna shoots the bus tire to stop them. She forces everyone inside diner for safety, though a few scared people still run away. Meanwhile, Boyd is still trapped in a strange place that looks like the bottom of a well. As he shouts for help, a mysterious voice tells him, "If I help you, you must help me too." Boyd agrees. And suddenly a rope is thrown down. Boyd climbs up and finds a skinny old man chained to a wall. The old man begs Boyd to shoot him and end his suffering. Tabitha and Victor finally make it out of the underground cave, but by then it's already night and the ghosts have started roaming outside. So Victor quickly takes Tabitha to a secret hiding place he knows, an old container hidden far away in the forest. Both of them hide inside for safety. Meanwhile, at the diner, the new bus passengers are arguing with Donna because they want to leave the village, but Donna stops them at gunpoint, trying to save their lives. Some of the people who ran away earlier out of fear are now being hunted down by the ghosts one by one outside in the darkness. Screams can be heard everywhere in the village. Back in the strange tower, the chained old man tells Boyd that he got trapped there after trying to escape through one of the hollow teleporting trees. Boyd tries to help him, but suddenly the old man says Boyd should have listened to his wife when she said maybe this place is all just a dream. Boyd is shocked because there's no way a stranger should know about his wife's final words. Then something horrifying happens. Worm-like creatures begin moving under the old man's skin. The man says his time is over now, and that his blood has mixed with Boyd's blood, and scratches his hand deeply. Right after that, the old man dies. Boyd escapes from the place with the wound on his hand and wanders lost in the middle of the forest. Then the same mysterious dog from before appears again and silently leads him through the woods until he reaches the container where Victor and Tabitha are hiding. Just as they're about to shut the container door, a man comes running through the forest screaming for help. They pull him inside, and Boyd realizes that more new people must have entered the village from the bus. The next morning, the village is filled with more dead bodies from the night attack. And under the collapsed house, only Jim is still alive while everyone else trapped there has died. Jim is finally rescued from the collapsed house and taken to the clinic for treatment. Soon after that, Boyd, Tabitha, and Victor return safely to the village. Tabitha tells Jim about what she discovered underground. The electric wires are not connected to anything at all, they're just hanging there, yet the entire town still has power somehow. But Jim is too exhausted and disturbed to even care about that right now. After returning, Tabitha starts seeing two strange children dressed in white appearing around the town, but only she can see them. Meanwhile, Kenny goes to clean Father Cattry's church and is shocked to discover Sarah alive hidden in the underground room. She also escaped through the hollow teleporting tree. Boyd later tells Kenny the full truth about Sarah and tries calming him down. At the same time, Randall, one of the new people from the bus, gets into a fight with someone from Colony House who tries taking his clothes. Donna gets furious at Randall's behavior and forces him to stay alone inside the bus. Later, Kenny talks to Sarah, privately telling her that his mother trusted her like another daughter. Hearing that makes Sarah confess the truth. She admits she was responsible for Kenny's father's death. Kenny becomes heartbroken and furious. He demands Boyd punish Sarah by locking her inside the box. But Boyd refuses and tries explaining that Sarah may still help them understand the village. Kenny gets so angry that he throws away his sheriff badge, saying he doesn't want the job anymore. That night, Randall struggles to sleep inside the bus, while ghosts slowly surround it from outside, whispering and calling his name through the windows. The constant voices and smiling faces begin driving him crazy. Soon the entire town learns that Sarah is still alive. Everyone becomes furious and demands that she be punished by being locked inside the box. Even Tabitha confronts Sarah and warns her to stay away from Ethan forever. Boyd spends the whole day meeting people one by one, trying to calm them down and stop the village from turning against each other. Meanwhile, Jade becomes even more obsessed with escaping this place. He goes to Victor and starts asking questions about the history of the mysterious village and everything Victor remembers from the past. Victor takes Jade outside the forest and shows him something shocking. Dozens of old abandoned cars are there. Victor explains that whenever new people enter the village, their vehicles are left behind there forever. Victor then tells Jade about his own past. When Victor first arrived in the village as a little boy, another man named Christopher arrived at the same time. Christopher was once a funny, warm, and charismatic person who made everyone happy. But later he started seeing strange symbols everywhere. The more he searched for answers about those symbols, the crazier he became. Victor's mother became scared and locked Victor away, warning him to stay far from Christopher. The next morning, when Victor finally came out, everyone in the village was dead. Meanwhile, Boyd keeps hallucinating strange things. He constantly sees a creepy ballerina dancing around him, and he also feels worms crawling under his skin. Because of this, Christy admits Boyd into the clinic for treatment. At Colony House, the recent storm has spoiled most of their vegetables and food supplies. Tension rises, and one angry resident demands that all the new bus people should leave the house. Ellis tries stopping the fight, but during the struggle, the man accidentally stabs Ellis with a knife. Ellis loses a huge amount of blood, and everyone realizes he'll die if they don't act quickly. Ignoring the danger outside at night, they rush him to the clinic and ask Boyd to donate blood to save him. But Boyd refuses, saying his blood is no longer normal after what happened in the forest. Nobody believes him at first. Then suddenly everyone sees worms actually moving under Boyd's skin. It wasn't a hallucination at all. It's real. Everyone in the clinic is horrified. Boyd suddenly walks outside into the night, where the ghosts are already standing there smiling at him. Boyd walks directly toward one of the ghosts, cuts his own hand, then grabs the ghost by the throat and transfers his infected blood into it through the wound. Within seconds, something terrifying starts happening to the ghost. Its body begins reacting violently, and for the very first time, one of the ghosts dies. At the same time, Fatima breaks down crying and tells Christy that she is pregnant. Christy examines Fatima and confirms that she is really pregnant. Since Ellis is also recovering well from the stabbing, both Ellis and Fatima happily return to Colony House. Meanwhile, Boyd and Christy take the dead ghost's body into the clinic, hoping they can finally learn something useful about these creatures. Later that night, Sinclair suddenly wakes up and sees the dead ghost standing near the door, smiling at her. Boyd quickly tries to shoot it, but the ghost suddenly rushes toward her at full speed. Sinclair wakes up screaming and realizes it was only a nightmare. Boyd and the others begin cutting open the ghost's body for examination. Inside, they discover that the creature looks human, but all of its organs are completely dried up. Suddenly, a strange yellow liquid starts leaking out. Boyd carefully collects some of it in a small bottle, hoping it could be used to kill the other ghosts too. The bus passenger Boyd once saved in the container is named Elgin. One day, while bathing, Elgin suddenly feels something trying to drown him underwater. For a moment, it feels like a ghost is trying to kill him inside the bathtub. The next day, Kenny wakes up terrified from a dream where insects were biting him. But when he checks his arm, there's an actual insect bite wound there in real life. They soon realize the insects came from the dead ghost's body, and now more bugs are crawling inside it. When Boyd brings Donna to show her, all the insects have mysteriously disappeared. Thinking the body itself may spread something dangerous, Boyd decides to burn it immediately. But when Boyd returns to town, a man suddenly runs out screaming in terror, covered in blood, saying there are now insects everywhere inside the building. At the same time, Jade and Tabitha both keep seeing the same strange visions and nightmares. Even Victor has experienced them before. When they ask Victor about it, he explains that Christopher also started seeing these same symbols and illusions before he went completely insane, and everyone in the town died. Victor then emotionally reveals another painful memory. One day his mother left him and his little sister alone, saying she had to go save the children trapped in the tower. But after that night, Victor never saw her again. Saying this brings Victor to tears. Boyd rushes into the house where the insect attack happened and is shocked to see a girl brutally killed. The terrified man says it happened while she was sleeping, making Boyd realize the danger is even worse now. He immediately warns everyone in town not to sleep tonight, no matter what happens. Meanwhile, Randall has become suspicious of Donna and believes Boyd and Donna are hiding the truth about this place. To prove his point, he ties Donna to a tree and argues with Jim, saying they are the reason all these horrible things are happening. But while they are arguing, night slowly falls. Boyd arrives just in time, saves Donna, and all of them rush into the bus for safety. Soon the ghosts surround the bus from every side. Since there is no talisman inside, Randall panics, breaks the window, and runs out. The moment the ghosts realize the bus has no protection, they start attacking. Boyd, Jim, and Donna barely escape in a car, leaving Randall behind. Suddenly, swarms of insects crawl into Randall's body through his mouth. At the same time, Julie and Sinclair begin hallucinating that insects are crawling inside them too. The next morning, Boyd searches for Randall and finally finds him alive, but when they try carrying him to the clinic, he suddenly screams, and his eyes turn completely pale white. Shockingly, Julie and Sinclair also get the same white eyes and begin screaming in pain. Seeing her daughter like this completely breaks Tabitha, and she becomes convinced that the children trapped in the tower are connected to everything happening here. Believing this is the only way to save Julie, Tabitha and Victor leave together in search of the tower. At the same time, Jade enters the underground cave where Victor and Tabitha escaped earlier to finally see what is hidden there. Deep inside the cave, he sees horrifying visions of children lying on stone slabs screaming in terror, and above them is the same strange symbol that has been haunting his dreams ever since he entered the village. Meanwhile, Boyd returns to the strange ruins where he once met the chained old man, but the place is gone. Then Boyd lights a torch, and suddenly the ruins appear again in front of him. Inside, Julie, Randall, and Sinclair are trapped there while a creepy music box starts playing by itself. Boyd realizes the music box is controlling everything, so he destroys it immediately. The moment it breaks, Julie, Randall, and Sinclair finally wake up from their terrifying trance, and the strange insect sounds haunting the town suddenly stop. Elsewhere, Tabitha enters the hollow teleporting trees and finally reaches the mysterious tower. She climbs all the way to the top and comes face to face with the boy in white that Victor and Ethan have been seeing all this time. But instead of helping her, the boy suddenly pushes Tabitha from the tower, telling her that this is the only way. The scene then cuts to a hospital where Tabitha wakes up while doctors are treating her. She learns that mountain climbers found her unconscious near a forest trail and brought her there. Only then does Tabitha realize the impossible has happened. She has finally escaped the ghost village. And with that shocking twist, season 2 ends. But what exactly is that place? How did Tabitha escape? And what will happen to the people still trapped inside the village? Looks like all these mysteries are waiting for us in season 3. See you in season 3.